Welcome to Intelligent Artifice, the podcast that helps you become a 10x performance marketer. Intelligent Artifice explores the cutting edge of the intersection of AI, creatives, and performance marketing. Every week, we deconstruct the ad systems behind high-performing advertisers using our in-house semantic analysis system, BruteForce AI, or we sit down with top operators redefining how advertising gets done in a generative AI world. Whether you're scaling user acquisition, leading a creative team, or building a creative engine with AI, this podcast is your unfair advantage. Intelligent Artifice is hosted by me, Shaman Rao, the founder and CEO of the boutique growth marketing agency, Rocketship HQ. You can find out more about us at rocketshiphq.com. Our services are ideal for advertisers spending over $50,000 a month on paid social. Check out the podcast website, intelligentartifice.net, or our newsletter, intelligentartifice.kit.com. Today, we are looking at Remini, an AI photo and video enhancement app that has been dominating the visual editing space. Remini has pulled over 2 million downloads and crossed 6 million in revenue in just the last month. And a lot of this is driven by very tight creative systems that align deeply with user desires, from style, identity to memory preservation. In today's episode, we're going to dive into the emotional engineering behind the top performing ads and why the visual storytelling works so well. We've done this analysis using BruteForce AI, our proprietary semantic analysis tool, using which we broke down 90 high-performing creatives. Let's jump in. Let's look at their hooks and what they focused on. Surprise and excitement is a big emotion here. No way, I can try on all these outfits with this app. That's emotional shock, which sells. There are relatable desires, like I need to try this outfit in real life. There is a desire and there's a wanting over there. And there is a visual pattern interrupt. I asked AI how our baby will grow old, which very clearly visually interrupts a user because they would certainly be very curious about how that baby will age. Now, let's look at the different pain points targeted by these ads. The first is low quality or ruined photos. If there is an object that is interfering with an otherwise perfect photo, Remini can help you remove it by just swiping a finger. And that is a somewhat universal frustration that a lot of these ads speak to. Another one is around style confusion. Should I cut my hair, shave my beard, grow a beard, try bangs? These ads reflect the inner dialogue of their audience, and also they speak to how easy it is to solve some of these problems. The next pain point that is focused on is lost memories. By messaging like bring your old photos back to life, this taps into nostalgia, especially with ads that highlight black and white photos and blurry photos from childhood. As you can see, a lot of these are not just surface level annoyances. They can be deeply felt pains. Now, if we look at visual cues, the big ones are split screen contrasts, which I think can be hugely powerful because you can very clearly see the visual impact of before and after. There are also old blurry photos which showcase and emphasize nostalgia. And a lot of videos begin with someone looking straight into the camera, which forms an instant connection. Let's look at FOMO and how these ads emphasize the fear of missing out. You can see here the trick you didn't know that hints at something that the user might be missing out on. Another way these ads capitalize on FOMO is talking about AI that makes magic happen, that only also hinting at how few things are needed to make this magic happen. Just me, a hoodie, and AI. Another FOMO lever is old nostalgic photos, which hint at how these might just go away if you don't use the AI to bring them back to life. There are also FOMO triggers that speak to virality and trends, with ads that say, try the iZoom in trend, try this particular trend. Now let's get into objection handling. The big ones are showing, not telling. Just by showing visually how some of the transformation happens and by depicting the before and after, these ads can be very persuasive in addressing the objection of whether this is going to work at all. This is for personal transformation. This is for ads that depict removal of unwanted stuff, or ads that show transformation into a completely different avatar like a fairy. The other objection that a lot of these ads subtly address is speed. And just by showing, not telling, the speed of transformation is also highlighted. With all of this analyzed, what are some overall takeaways that we can all learn from Remini's playbook? Number one, show, don't tell. Making transformation visible and visually vivid can be a hugely powerful persuasive lever. The other reason it works so well is that it showcases the result, not just the process. Next is that a focus on self-expression always wins. A lot of these ads focus on a user's identity and how a user can look and appear different. And that is a huge persuasive lever. Next is to focus on nostalgia. People want to reconnect with their past. People want to bring their past back to life. And that is something a lot of these ads zero in on. Next is to focus on fantasy. People want to be someone else. People want to have a make-believe persona. And a lot of these ads focus on these. And those personas don't necessarily have to be fantastical. They could just be cosmetic makeovers, like what if I want to grow a beard? What if I want to grow bangs? These are somewhat functional makeovers, but there are also somewhat more fantastic makeovers, like what if I want to look like a fairy? And through each of these levers, Remini taps into how we all want to see ourselves. And every ad is a micro mirror how you can be someone else. And that's the reason why a lot of these ads convert so well. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm Shamant Rao, and this is Intelligent Artifice. If you found this breakdown useful, please subscribe for more deep deconstruction. And if you want the full swipe file with all of the visual references, check the link in the description. Until next time.